All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome for your Saturday afternoon edition
Saturday night.
of League of Legends, baby, with Merc Academy, IVSG League. We got TD Phoenix taking on Elegy, and we already into the draft now as Nocturne Way and Jinx being taken off the board.
Yeah, Jinx just being that flavor that everyone's liking, and with the resets and where she's at with the meta, it's just either a pick or ban. You have to do it.
You have to do it, and there's Jax being gone too, the Grandmaster in Arms, not going to touch the Rift for this game one, along with Victor. We got anti-arcane going on here.
They're really just not liking anything of the series, but Victor also with that rework as well, just super strong in the late game with the evolutions and making sure those team fights that expanded ult can cover of really good range.
All right, and Mumu be banned too, but picked in B1 is gonna be Doctor Mundo.
Ooh,
That's different.
that's a ballsy first pick there. I mean, you get him to late game, and if you don't have enough CC to really track him down, it hurts you. So you have to have that consistency and a little bit of that max cut somewhere. So you're looking at Vayne, but there's so many long distance range that counters it that you don't want to pick up a Vayne early to deal with the Mundo. But Aphelios here, I know the last time I saw one, I ate my word, so I'm not going to touch on the Aphelios.
All right, but Mundo is like one of the weakest laners in top, and now he got his work cut off for him because now he got to face off against that Gwen. Counter picks coming out early for this top lane. It's not something I'm not used to seeing so early. I wrap my
Yeah.
mind around that, but let's see what TD Phoenix is gonna opt to go with for this B2.
And it
As we
might
go,
be just a comfort thing that he wants, like they think it's going to get banned out, and game one, they want to come out swinging. And yeah, that's what they want.
and the Caitlyn gonna be locked in for TD Phoenix as they look to wrap up their rotation of picks until we go to the next bands. As we go into the last 20 seconds, man, what do you expect coming out of TD Phoenix?
As far as pick wise of what they might round this comp off with,
Yeah, we already got
um,
Caitlyn, we got Mundo. We think be very helpful for him.
I think right now they need something just to keep the Caitlyn safe. Mundo's going to be a distraction, so I'm guessing a support, maybe a jungle pick here. See what they pick up. I like the J4. It's a great engage tool. Mundo doesn't have it, so J4 is the other one. I'm hoping that TD Phoenix also pick up something like a Leona, Thresh, a Rel, something else to really kind of follow up this Wombo combo, and maybe even an Oriana on their side. You got the J4. Now it's time to get a little bit more of the AoE. So I'm thinking they might pick up something around there, and I'm liking the Thresh on the other side here. Philios Thresh, lots of diversity that they can go with that lane. Thresh just being that I'm going to pick you up from school with the lantern. He's got the hook. He's got the cage up. I think it's a really good all around support.
Man. Let's see what the rest of these bands gonna take us because this is already an interesting pick band. And again, I'm still gotta get used to seeing a top laner being B1.
That's priority right there.
That's so different. That's so different. But now we got Morgana being taken out the board along with Syndra. No combos coming out for the side of Elegy in the mid lane in terms of Scatter the Weak and Dark Spirit and Scatter the Weak and Unleash Power. But as Elegy looks to see who they're gonna ban next, it's gonna be that Swain.
And Aurelian Soul off the table too. That's a really good also Wombo combo pick with the J4. You Catechism, 2 or 3 priorities in there. You crash down the ult right inside, and it just makes for a devastating hit with Soul. But that is going to be off the table here. So we'll see what Esports decides to pick up from this here, and then we'll see what rounds out TD Phoenix. Oriana's still on the board, so
I was just about to say, it's like they left the biggest, the most known combo piece of J4. You got Rumble, you got Oriana, but of course, when the top lane's already picked. But I think I'm the only soul in Murky Sports that plays Rumble mid. But so Oriana's still there. Finally picked up for Elegy. This comp's kind of interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I like the Vi. She's a great engage tool. Super simple. You press R, Vault Breaker right in there. I mean, there's so many ways to really engaged with that champion and the Thresh already. So as long as they have some follow up here with the mid, I think it's gonna be an easy, simple wombo combo, and it can also pick you out too. A Thresh hook into a priority target. That's about a good 2.5 seconds worth of CC. If you do add the flay in there as well as the Vi, you're just basically picking off a one combo. And here for TD Phoenix, exactly what I was hoping for. Another great engage tool, Alistair. You can disengage as well. You got the headbutt, you got the pulverize, and of course the Orianna that's going to round it out.
Yeah, I brought her up, man. It's just quite literally, it's like you took away the sit, and you might have banned combo piece for the other side, but you left the Orianna for yourselves. You take that, especially now you got two champions that can do ball delivery service, and Jarvan and Alistar, especially Jarvan at Cataclysm, just makes it hard for anybody on Elegy to escape. I think the only two people can get over the wall without flash on that team. That's gonna be Gwen and Vi. So Felio's gonna have a rough task on his hand to try to survive that combo.
Yeah, I think the only thing you can hope for is Thresh's outside of that dome and the lantern. You're able to click on it, just because there's too many people, too many cooks in the kitchen. You can't click the button. But I think the game is interesting. I think TD Phoenix drafted a very simple, easy spot here, and I'm really liking them. But on the other side here, I don't know how I feel about the Cho'Gath pick at the very end here. It's just a really lack of range. Depending if you're going to go tank or AP, you already have the Gwen, so you don't need that portion of it. Aphelios is going to do enough damage. I could maybe see a tank Cho'Gath, and you're trying to go for those objectives, with that feast and making sure that you can really secure the objectives. But you just have a really good front line. You got 4 front line with Aphelios, so we'll see what TD thinks if they can start to pick them apart or not.
Yeah, man, I'm kind of interested to see how this game is going to go. Now, granted, I'm not a big fan of the Mundo pick in this comp, but I feel like there's champions that could do more. I mean, you could have picked Ornn, could have picked, Ornn's very blindable too. Doesn't really need a lot of resources to, turn on. But I feel like there's other picks that could have been, picked up. But like I said, maybe Pizza Pasta's a comfort pick. So we're gonna see what he can do with it. Because every time I always place Dallas, somebody decides they want to over combo, and that's the theme of the season when it comes down to me. But guys, let us know in the chat what you guys think about not only these comps, but who you think's gonna win, whether it be for the sake of your pick'ems or just in general. But we gotta go to a brief intermission. When we get back, we're gonna be going on to the Rift for Game 1 of TD Phoenix versus Elegy Esports for your Merc Academy Week 5 matchup on this Saturday afternoon, guys. We'll see you in a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to for game one of Team versus Elegy Esports. As we look to get this show on the road and see what both teams got to bring us on this Saturday afternoon matchup. Awkward time for the and for casting the game, but you know what? I'm all for it, baby. Let's see what action they got for us. It's possibly for an invade side of Elegy, but unfortunately gonna be spotted out by the Oriana. So able to get a deep aura onto that blue buff, try to spot out where Jarvan's gonna be starting off in this game. You know, where the line is gonna be red. But like I said, I expect him to start on his red side. Possibly may look for a gank top or not. But just I'm thinking like typical Jarvan. We don't see what these guys got planned for us in this game. But I think a matchup to be looking out for is in this bot side. I mean, for some odd reason, in IBSG for Merc Academy, every affiliates I've seen, they all are crazy, outrageously, just aggressive. He went out the first item, just like they're just going at it. So I'm curious to see if this gonna continue. That trend's gonna continue in this series in this game one. I want to have fun here. I want to see some chaos. But Jarvan's gonna actually start the wolves on his blue sides. I mean, Pathfind, not starting. Sorry, he started his grump. No, my map is bugging out. He started the wolves. Gonna be going upwards, as it seems for the moment. Just trying to kite away from the wolves, keep that HP, and make his way to the grump. Possibly looking for an early gunk in the top side. Vi also started on our red side too. But perhaps she took it from that red to those Krugs. So both junglers can be looking to get to the action early in this top lane. if there is a route available. Currently, right now, Mundo just and getting slightly pushed off the wave, which is expected. It is Mundo, one of the weakest early game like champions there are as far as laning is concerned in the top side. So Shogav mid is going to be fairly interesting. Shogav's been fairly strong as of late, just in the game in general, but he's got to deal with the fact that he's going to get poked out a lot by this Orianna. All right, well, for the mid and the bot lane of Elegy, just getting poked out, which is expected. I mean, Caitlyn with the range going to be able to keep Aphelios back, and especially with Alistar the threat that engaged too. If Thresh would have tried something, it's gonna be rough for at least the first 5 levels for the side of Elegy. For Sorrow and Freelance, this bot. Pizza on the other hand, he's gonna be struggling for a little bit. As Gwen's gonna just be able to just take him on outright and just keep forcing him off the waves, make him have to use that cleaver to. Alright, so both junglers in this bottom side for the moment. And they're gonna see each other. Engage coming out from Jarvan. As now Crockpot gonna knock Freelance over the wall. Unfortunate, but this top lane trade, a lot of damage being done to Pasta. But being able to trade back fairly well, make sure that the trade goes out fairly equal. He's doing a good job of actually using his cleaver to get this damage down. And while not really just falling behind and farm like that, actually he's ahead. He's only by 8 CS, so it's still surprising to see, especially with the pressure that Magician was able to exert out for the most part in like the first 3 levels. Here's a good choke combo. Unfortunately, the ball has spoken. It's going to smack him in the face. But this mid lane, I'm expecting Cho to try to go for this kill once they get level 6. I mean, Orianna already getting low on mana. A little over half HP, but she's gaining it back for the moment as she levels up herself. So, in actuality, Shockwave might be a threat for Liar if he doesn't reset instead. But both mid laners do have teleport, so I'm expecting a reset. Yep, both mid laners are reset now, especially first Drake is now on the board. Also, Void Girl's coming up too, so be able to help their junglers fight for this objective. Which, speaking of the objective, the Magician trying to look for a kill in this top side did expend the Ghost, but unfortunately, he's not going to be able to finish off Mundo. Almost did though. All right, guys. Well, I guess the Ghost Curse isn't happening to this game because not too much going on. Just both sides just poking each other out, but nobody actually, aside from Magician, really looking for the kill shot. But now both junglers on this bottom side, I'm expecting them to try to look for this dragon. It's Jarvan already in the pit starting it up. Not going to be spotted out for the moment. Vi is on the grump, so Jarvan, I mean, it's going to take him a minute to burn this down. So I'm not going to necessarily say for free this dragon's going to be yet. He still can be spotted out as Vi is making her way onto that river. But she doesn't walk by the pit. But instead, she's going for the gank in mid lane. She's on the flash is available. But the flash is going to be too early for Woven. Woven's going to pay the price, and death comes before her as the feast utilized to get that first blood over to Liar. And now Dragon, yes, does go over to the side of TD Phoenix, but Vi is starting on these Void Grubs, and nobody there to stop her. I'm just still surprised. Mundo up a little over 20 CS against this Gwen. What's going on here? I guess Pizza Pasta Mafia really is comfortable on the Mundo. I mean, but that's great news for the side of TD Phoenix, though. But even despite the first blood being taken for the side of Elegy, gold is still pretty close, less than 100 difference. Uh, but this game is gonna be a fairly slow one, which I'm honestly surprised for the side of TD Phoenix not really trying to get more stuff going here. Especially you're facing a Gwen, you're facing a Phelios. I mean, both of them are gonna be scaling into this mid late game. Like the early games where you really need to win here, but it doesn't really feel like they're just getting active. Well, as well, take a look at and just taking a look at the CS and the go. I mean, this Gwen pizza. Like as I'm watching this top lane more and more, it's amazing. Quite literally here that Pizza is really just building slowly but surely building the CS lead for Magician. At least, honest to God, surprising. Like it truly is. Like I don't know how this is happening. In my mind, I'm thinking, hey, it should be free for Gwen, right? Easy money. But speaking of easy money, there is combo for Alistar going in, but Cho'Gath is gonna walk away. No, I ain't no shockwave or anything expended, which to be fair, Oriana doesn't necessarily have the damage to just pop somebody like a balloon yet, as she has the tier and building it up for the moment. I'm curious to see now that we have Cease and Desist, now that we have this Cataclysm available, where are these junglers gonna go? Like, what are they gonna do? And I expect the action to be down bot, but every time I said that, only one time that actually came to fruition. So maybe I'm putting my hopes too much into them as Vi just making their way up the river, and it might be as Shay might be aiming at this mid lane. He's gonna get a little bit of deep vision now. He is sitting around an entrance in the fog. Just trying to see if he can get the gank off, but Oriana gonna be too close to that turn, a little too risky. Especially with Cho'Gath not having that ultimate available. But Magician, man, he's just getting bullied, almost down 40 CS. What is going on playing? Like, what is this I'm watching? And now, with the Void Groves coming up again, along with Dragon up in a minute, Hamilcar and Crockpot being moved to mid so they can be able to be there for these objectives. Oriana in his bottom side, but she expended TP to go there. So she's not going to be available. But a teleport coming in for Cho'Gath going to be coming in behind her. Oriana's going to be on the run, but Pizza just enjoying herself in his top side. Now he just getting more plays, and there's the fight, the one-on-one. We just watch him moving slowly but surely get whacked, but not even a quarter. Hey, about a quarter HP on this spin. The ghost coming out from the Gwen. There goes the needlework. And now she looks to hunt for this kill here as the ghost being spin, but just tickling Pizza. I mean, that's not a word. That's not a word you normally would associate with Gwen. Tickling. I mean, geez, and now Pizza almost up 50 CS on Magician. Like, I guess we're gonna have a Flame Horizon this game possibly. All right, here comes Freelance. They're looking for Woven. Woven use there, but it's not gonna matter. Oh yes, it will. Yes, it will actually. As now 1-for-1 being traded. Liar does get the kill, but Woven Alchemist does get the trade back on the freelance. All right, but look at these plates, man. Pizza just so much gold. I gotta check the gold. Let's give a gold check, man. Pizza over a little over 1,100 gold over this Gwen. Again, this feels awkward to say. Like I don't know. I'm baffled, but I tell you what, Zoro looking for this fight. Him and Freelance as they just walked up the crop pocket and get some damage down. Crop pocket looked for the re-engage, but unfortunately for him, his mid laner Ori does not have the shockwave, so they're not gonna be able to get a kill here. As Caitlyn already needed to back it, she had 1,400 gold in her pocket. So first item coming out from Hamlet being that collector. You know, while we just sitting pretty much just like wondering what's gonna happen next, as we watch, Pizza Pasta Mafia just having his way in top lane. Chat, let's just be honest with me. Who y'all got winning? Like who y'all got winning? Trust me, I read it. Cause right now I'm thinking Mundo 1v9s at this point. This man is playing a fantastic lane. 126 CS. This man almost at 10 CS a minute. Whoa. Making about around 9 point something maybe. But still. But Shade possibly look for a gank in his top side. Pizza Pasta Mafia does have maximum dose. He's gonna be able to utilize it. Magician destroyed as Jarvan now joins the fray. Cap is gonna finish onto this Gwen. But now Freelance joins the battle, and that's gonna be double kill over the Shade. All right. I'm just curious about what is the game I'm watching.
I
All
am
right.
back. Sorry about that.
All right. Well, welcome back. Now we already into the rift. As we're about to be 15 minutes in. Ace and hole used for Hamlet card just to get some damage down. But we're not at that point in the game where it's gonna be taking off like a quarter to like half HP yet.
Yeah, I've been watching the game on the side. This was not able to talk, but yeah, Oriana's been having an interesting lane here with the Cho'Gath and a lot of help with the ganks and some really just lacking the damage early on the Oriana. So she's had great shockwaves, but just not enough to really you know put them under tower and let the tower do the work. Like minus that last thresh play there. So really interesting game too. Mundo doing a really good job top lane. I know you touched on that earlier during the pick phase that you were worried about the Mundo, but it seems like he's doing pretty well for himself.
Fairly well is an understatement. That's an understatement.
I'm trying to be neutral here.
Nah, man. It's one thing about being neutral. Just call it how it is. But granted, Gwen did finish his Riftmaker, so she is doing a good amount of damage to Pizza Pasta on this Mundo now. But we're gonna see once the fight actually breaks out, we see the needlework being utilized. How much 1,000 cuts? How much work can that passer put in?
Yeah, putting in quite a bit, but not enough to really put the Mundo in his place. And we just looked at the ward coverage too. Esports really just lighting up that entire spot here for Shelly. So we'll see if a fight does break down. Caitlyn and Cho'Gath still bot side here. So a little bit of trade. They're opting in for the Wombo combo with the Oriana, but they're giving the Aphelios too, that time. So we talked about the red and white the last time we saw the Aphelios. That means good night. But this one we have a little bit on the range. So maybe, you know.
And speaking of good night, feeds
Oh,
being utilized onto the Caitlyn. Caitlyn gonna go sit also along with needlework being utilized. But Mundo's gonna he did have to spend the maximum dosage, but now Gwen joining the fray, but she doesn't have an ultimate help bars for the side. Phoenix as Elegy, they do get the rip there, and here comes Liar to come try to help his teammates get out of there safely. The flash being utilized by Shade. They're looking for the kill. There it goes. Thresh goes down. They're busy trying to move out. He does have the shockwave, and he's going to find Ultimate's already being used, but it does not matter. Elegy kills as they now force the cow to utilize his ultimate, but it's still in the chase. Ooh, they won't be able to kill Crockpot, though. He's going to be able to walk out.
Yeah, what a fight back and forth. Vi going in there at the very end, not letting them breathe at all. And they get a little bit for their troubles there. Shelly did go down. TP's being used. Oriana's still left with hers and the only one left on the map, as well as Mundo. So a little bit of advantage there with the Dragon now up as well. A lot of back and buying. So I don't think the fighting's going to be over here. J4 flags over. No drag as well, literally and figuratively. So Drag is going to just kind of wander off by Magician to see where he is at and reset. But I think there's going to be another fight here on the horizon sooner rather than later.
Yeah, especially with this Ocean Drake on the board, and both teams going to be looking for their second Drake. Pizza Pasta on this Muno does have teleports. He's going to be probably looking to find an angle, but there are no deep wards for the side of TD Phoenix as they're trying to establish some type of vision control on this river. Croppot and Freelance going to see each other, though. And now, Hamilcar doesn't get to get some damage on her, but here comes Cho'Gath from the rear, trying to be able to join his team. And the hook is landing. Death Sentence onto Hamilcar. They're going to be able to find D Phoenix. Liars unstoppable. He takes out the Caitlyn. Kill of the game.
And that's what I love to see, the Thresh getting a priority target, being able to start the fight there, and the whole team just wombo combos right in there. We talked about the Vi 2 just following up Cho'Gath as well. So this front line is really paying dividends of what they have, and Aphelios has been keeping safe, just waiting to scale. 144 on the farm right now, so that's really great. And I'm looking at the vision score too. Thresh here having about 12 more for the vision score, and we kind of see that on the map as we see a lot more red placed throughout this team. So we need to start clearing some of that open vision here as they start to crack down. But I also want to recommend, there's only one tower that's fallen towards top side, and we're about 20 minutes in here, so they're going to be really fighting for advantages here.
Speaking of somebody trying to evade being taken down and being a fallen soldier, Sorrow having to blow flash, Woven trying to run for his life, not going to get caught by the knockup of Liar, so he's going to live this go round. But now with no major objectives on the board, I just want to point out, right, that all that stuff that Elegy did was to catch them up in gold, and now with that last fight, they are ahead of Golden by like 200. Like I said, that was to catch them up. They weren't even ahead at first in terms of goal wise, but in strength, you would think opposite.
I mean, right now I see 5-0-1, 1-1, 2-4, and you think, yeah, Hillary's got to be just biking right now for the gold, but it's very close. I mean, under 1,000 at this point of the game means it's really anyone's game at this point.
All right, Rip Arrow being utilized. Going to be on that mid-tier one. Bring it to about quarter HP. Unfortunately, Shelly's going to meet his demise before... Oh, never mind. They made sure they came and get the tower. But here comes Teleport coming in. J4 did hold. Fortunately, Oriana is not at the party yet, but the Teleport is going to bring her in. Way finds 2. And then look to finish off Shade and make it a third to die. Shut down over to Hamilcar.
Yeah, really good job by Hoodie Man going on the side, knowing that he blew Aphelios' flash earlier, finding 2 of them. Good TP here by Wolven, and just wombo comboing them down. And that might be, why am I blanking on the name here?
Yeah, they're on a mission, but Fire's going to be able to get out, but they're going to start the autocon.
There we go. I couldn't think of the name of autocon. I was like, what the heck is the name?
And this game is going to be ruinous, so a lot of blood pedals for the side of TD Phoenix. Be able to get some more XP on the board, along with that adaptive force. Magician, I guess he's going to try to sneak some away. He's going to look for something special. Magician, you're in there by yourself, homie. What are you doing? And now they decided going for a threshold to try to land him out, but I paid. Come on, no flash. Head ace in the hole is going to land on the wrong target as Needlework forced to be used to try to make the side of TD Phoenix leave out that choke point.
I think that was very optimistic at best to try to steal some of those flowers, especially after the common pass here. If it was during, when you want to snipe in there, but ooh, pizza pasta trying to run away doesn't have any help. No one's gonna give him a second look here.
Keep
Next
my
objective
maximum
here,
dosage
less
was
than
still
2
available.
minutes.
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry. See my
Oh,
keep
you're
my
good.
yeah, keep my maximum dosage was still available, so they wouldn't be able to kill him at that point either.
True.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's Mr. Mundo. He's gonna go where he pleases. Heart stacks at 117 right now and just whomping down this Gwen chunk by chunk here with that cleaver. And the Roa for mid will be complete here shortly. Already at that 9 stack, at the 10, doubles everything and really kind of gives you that buff. So that just completed 501 and that choke gath pick is really paying dividends here early.
Definitely so. As Peace is still on the hunt for this Flame Horizon. I mean, 201 CS to 131. Good God Almighty.
It's a
Not all
little bit
beast
of a diff.
IBSG. Yeah,
A
it's a
little
diff.
bit of a diff.
All right, but now we're at a low for the moment. Dragon is up in 50, so teams gonna be looking to set up for this. But you know what? Now to the real, not to the real question. So I took the liberty of asking my partner from what was it, Thursday? Was it Thursday? Yeah, it was Thursday.
Sounds right.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, never mind. We can talk about it later. It's Crockpot now gonna be forced to utilize that ultimate. Now for the side of Elegy, they got what they wanted. Keep in mind, cease and desist was utilized though. And now there's a Felios ultimate. Just blowing ultimates before the big fight actually started. There goes in for the big shockwave as we found 5. And the fight is continuing. They're still trying to go back and forth. But now Elegy on the run. And Liar should be the last one to drop. Anytime soon. Anytime.
wait
Play the
for
elevator.
it.
Cue the elevator
Wait
music.
for it.
Cue the elevator
He-
music.
he's dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodging, folks.
There we go. We finally got him. And now
What
Dragon's gonna be secured by the side of TD Phoenix.
Yeah, what a wombo combo there. Finding 4 people in the catechism. Oh, and
Oh
someone else
Lord.
found out.
And now Hoodie go find himself in a bad spot. But he's able to blast on his way out of there.
Lucky duck there, as well as Wolven being able to shockwave 4 people, maybe even 5 at that point. That was just nuts. A turret for their taking as well as the dragon, and now this gold lead. What once was, not in their favor, 500 is now just about 5,000 here, growing in their favor. A little, skew the numbers a little bit, but pretty close to that. Even up the Dragons 2-2. Baron is up as well on the board, freshly spawned. So we're getting to the point now of this quote unquote mid to late game era where one bad fight or one bad decision can cost you Baron and possibly the game.
Speaking of cost, man, I know I was like pretty hyped about the shockwave, but talk about the setup. Jarvan with the
Yeah.
cataclysm finding almost the entire team, but unfortunately for Elegy, the last straggler on the outside of the wall was so Shockwave found all 5 of them.
Yeah, there was just nothing really that they could do at that point. And this is why just having the easy wombo combos, it doesn't look fancy on paper, but it's effective. And that's kind of what you want. You don't want anything too crazy out there. J4 goes in, Oriana follows up, and the rest, you just run and gun them down. There's nothing really more that you need to do here. So a little bit of vision fight here towards Baron Pit. Supports throwing down wards left and right. They are going to be empty pocketed here very quickly from all this. Vi as well scooting over. I'm smelling something. I think someone's going to be a little greedy for a catch out and they're going to get caught. Oh, and
Oh,
here's
there it
Vi.
is. Shay being engaged on, but gonna get out of there from the lantern as now Pizza Pasta just going where he pleases. Hunt down top of death sentence on a miss, and now it's gonna be a death sentence for Freelance as he finds the gray screen, return back to Cinder, and come back at another 30.
And there should be a free Baron here. Cho'Gath has to back, doesn't want to overcommit in case they are rotating up. Aphelios still is mid, and Pizza Pasta still just cranking them mid here, eating up all the damage, but not really caring too much as the healing on him with the Warmongs as well. It's going to be a little nutty here.
Yeah,
Vision control. Oh, go for it.
Baron half HP and Shay was looking for an entry into that river. We're going to be. He was caught up. He was seen by Woven, so forced to back out. Baron not being taken by the side of TD
Oh,
Phoenix.
no.
Here, pizza as Asoro is gonna fall to the shockwave as his team magician is gonna die right after.
I think this is one of those points you just have to leave well enough alone. You don't have, the area covered. Your team is not grouped together. You don't have vision on the Baron. Just let it go. Let it go. They take a tower or two. You might lose an inhib, but you're not losing the game. Now you got a crucial point of you're losing the tower. You're losing the second one, the inhibitor, and control for the dragon that's coming up too, which is now going to put, them at soul point. So it's just leaving well enough alone, not having to try to make a play. Oh, but Thresh lands the
Is
hook in the
on
play.
to the 80 carry. Flash gonna be expended, but there is Cataclysm. Caitlyn's finding the kill, but the cow goes down to round B. But Caitlyn on a double kill, and they're still looking for more blood. They're possibly going for the chug up, but he makes it out. He's gonna just get the tower instead.
Top tower as well. Mundo still split pushing. They lose 3 towers for this now, and the inhibitor, and another one too. Once again, Thresh finds a prio target, but you have no great follow up. Your team is not in the position. Baron is knocking him down. Minion damage is going to do a crap ton here with the buff. Just leave it. Just leave it alone.
Hey man, I'm just saying, bro. They did get Alistar, and in this economy, bro, they need the beef.
I mean, beef is expensive. Beef is expensive here now. If there were eggs too up there, like an Anivia, okay, you got 2 of them, but
you got me.
I got you. I think, a lot of teams, and even the one I play on, I get this too, where you get tunnel vision so quickly of we have to challenge. You don't. Just, give yourself a turtle 5 minutes, let them take what they want, try to be okay. Pushing up here, Cho'Gath. No vision outside. They know they're towards Dragon.
Pizza did miss the cleaver, so Liar gonna be able to walk out. Not gonna be slowed at all. Keep in mind, Baron's still active now with this push on his bottom side. With Mundo's is keeping Liar busy. This should be a free Drake over to the side of TD Phoenix as the rest of the members are either top side or in the mid. And the Flame Horizon check coming in is 262 for Mundo. Oh, there it is, 266 Flame Horizon.
So happy about it. And now that tower is not long for this world. Mundo and Caitlyn crashing down on it. Cho'Gath has to run away here, whether he will be joining his fallen family and dinosaurs just becoming oil here pretty soon if he gets buried. Another tower. This is their last tower on the outside here. 3rd inhibitor exposed. That means double super minions will be pouncing down these lanes like there is no tomorrow. Vi and Gwen have to back here. They're doing it very slowly, but not even grabbing the tower for their efforts. I mean, that's a bounty, but they were afraid to lose the base off of that push.
All right, so good thing there's no major objectives on the board. Bad thing, all 3 inhibitors are down. But you can try to use that to farm for the next 2 minutes. But how much can you actually get? It's not going to be too much.
Bushwhack, they're waiting. They're waiting. Patient.
Patient. There is Shade, and he's gonna find the kill bush. Shockwave's gonna miss, but it doesn't matter. He's gonna die.
I think that's a little flare and style points at the end for that Shockwave here. The death bushes are just so fun. You're waiting patiently, and this group of minions is going to run it down. I don't think there's anything to be had here at the end, but you never know. Maybe there's a prio target Thresh. You hook, someone under both towers and drag them through, but I wouldn't be holding my breath.
Man, you call it a death bush. I call it hunting deer because once you catch them out, like it's like a deer in the headlights. They're just like, oh, and they're gonna get hit by the car.
But you have to make fair enough. I thought you meant like hunting, like with a gun, like the normal people, not with a car.
I mean that too.
You just go out to the middle of the forest with a car and start driving them down.
I mean when they see you, it's like a deer in the headlights too, man. They look at you as like, oh crap, and there it is, a 4-man knockup and a 4-man shockwave as TD Phoenix. They're making a statement with this game 1 as they're closing it out, and 3 dead, and now a win on the horizon.
Yeah, what a game. Super simple with the Wombo combo. The J4 Ori being super effective. I imagine they have to adjust here with this new draft that's coming up where they have to be taking away one or both options here for them, as those two things just literally overtook the game.
Man, man, man. What a game we have here. It was started off super slow and then out of nowhere, man, TD Phoenix decided they wanted to press the gas pedal.
Yeah, they said enough was enough, and now we're gonna take control. I what a great game here, all the way around by the entire team. So
Just want
yeah,
just
wow.
want to point out the damage too, man. 31.1K on this Oriana, finding big shockwaves constantly, 3 to 4, hell, even sometimes 5, just constantly being a problem for their side and for Elegy, man. Like holy hell! But this Cho'Gath though, keep that in mind. 8-1-1. Like unfortunately, he didn't have teammates this game, but that man with Liar was trying his damnedest to keep this team on the board.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a hybrid build where, you have the tank, you're doing damage, but there's not a sufficient enough of either to really help carry. But I mean, the score line looks amazing, but just as far as, vision control wise, making sure the team was rotating on time, there was a lot of macro plays that were, mistaken there by them, and it really did cost them a lot.
All right, guys. Well, it sounded like we were slipping into and volume 4 of Gitano's crash out, but it seemed like we ran into all. But game one, going over to the side of TD Phoenix as we look to push over to that brief intermission as we get set up for the draft for game two. But while we're getting set up, hey, you guys going to take your break? Go use the bathroom, get you something to drink, get you a snack, hell, get you some lunch. It is the afternoon. But when we get back, we're gonna be hitting the draft for game two of TD Phoenix versus LG Esports. All right, guys, welcome back. We are now in the draft game. Jinx already immediately banned Ice Swap as Elegy Esports did opt to take blue side for this game too. As a Moo is taking out the board too. These bans are coming out ways already, and we're gonna see who is gonna be alongside ban to come out in these last 20 seconds. It's gonna be slowing down now.
Yeah, a little bit of a weird ban here. We don't see the J4, we don't see the Ori ban. Jing's also taken off the board. Usually when you're on the blue side, that's something you want to leave up to take, but they must have some idea here cooking, as well as Jax taking off the board and Victor for some familiar faces going to be sidelined here this time. And Mundo now first picked. A little deja vu coming in.
Yeah, the B1 Mundo. Except it ain't TD Phoenix. It's gonna be Elegies. We're gonna
Oh my god!
matchup. except for opposite sides. For opposite teams. Oh my goodness.
These are options.
I just basically saw anything you can do, I can do better pretty much in this draft. Holy
I love
crap.
it. Love
now
it.
we go into the last 5 seconds, see what TD Phoenix is gonna pick up, and it's gonna be Caitlyn, bro. Are they running the same comp? Running the opposite comps? We got a general.
I think that would be hilarious. I think it would be absolutely hilarious if that's actually what happened. If they're about to troll us to go back to back for games, nope.
Oh, I was about to say no. I said you already going band for band. Might as well keep going. Come on. And Jen is still being hovered. He is locked in. Not going band for band.
Someone decided to slip up and not pick what they should have. I personally like the Jin here, especially if you get behind. If you got some squishy targets, that 4-shot crit can just absolutely annihilate someone. Plus, being able to stay safe, rut someone up, really curtain call at the last part here, and get some really good shots in. And Kanye here for the third pick. I hope I'm wrong, but I will voice it. I'm not a fan of the games.
I'm not a fan of Kanye being played here too, but here we are now.
Better than P Diddy.
That's all right. We're in that point. We're in that point in the game already. I thought I was gonna come during the crash out, but not yet.
Nope.
But don't worry, you're gonna crash out later. Don't worry, I got something. I got something with you.
Don't you say it. Don't you say it.
Say what? I ain't say nothing.
You know what would crash me out. Just
I ain't say nothing, bro.
highlight it for game 3.
I ain't say nothing, bro. But round out the picks for this rotation is gonna be Udyr for the side of TD Phoenix. As we go into the bans, and Syndra already immediately banned off the board. We're gonna see what Elegy they got in store. It's now 10 seconds left for this ban. And we're just waiting. And it's gonna be Alistar. Yes, it is. Locked in. But won't be loaded for this game too.
There someone is. There's the pineapple kick on me. I do enjoy the Malfoy perspective of that. Going pineapple pana. I hate pineapple on pizza. I hate it.
Aurelia Soul being taken off the board here also. So for the most part, sticking to the same bands for the side of TD Phoenix. Whereas Elegy, they did make some changes. As Braum, look at a double ban to support with the hover so far. We're gonna lock it in.
Interesting.
Yes, it will be locked in. Double ban support, but Nautilus immediately gonna be pulled. Some type of engage, and for the side of TD Phoenix, especially they got this Udyr now in this jungle, along with the Gwen, at least and have someone to be at a hard engage with the dredge line or with that ultimate. But Rel would be fairly interesting. As keep in mind, their mid lane hasn't been picked for the side of Elegy, so they could you look to take the Orianna themselves.
It's just an awkward pick here because I don't know. You need the Rel. You need some type of engagement with everyone kind of off the board here. Rel is a great pick. I think she's in a good spot here with the champion, and the Cassiopeia being hovered. I would like this too because once they start to go in, it really is the all-in comfort with the Cassiopeia here and really kind of keep everyone at bay. Now, will Gwen's W, I believe that's what it is, that little shroud, will
Yeah, the
that take
shroud.
away her ult, her gaze?
Yes, it would.
Ooh. So
Gwen
we'll
is
have
not
to
affected
see
by
if they.
Cassio's ultimate when she's in the shroud, unless Cassio's in the shroud with her.
Oh, great. Point blank stare at him.
Pretty much.
I mean, it could be worse. Yeah. We'll see
But
what
for the
TD
side,
Phoenix.
yeah, for the side of TD, they don't have a mid laner yet. It's now last second. They're locking in Seraphine.
Yeah, let's go. I'm
Well,
interested.
well then. TD Phoenix gonna have a rough game on their hands. With dealing with a Cassio. Okay, you got two champions. Well, they do have knowledge, so it's not that bad. Champions running, and Cassio with Miasma.
Yeah, there's a couple of champions I wish I could swap out on both sides. Just both junglers here are going to be just running around each other and just fighting 1v1, but not really a good team sense of them when it comes to it. But then again, too, if you can get a good invade and really kind of bully that other enemy jungler, in the stake, especially in the early game, it takes away so much from them and really sets your team ahead. So, I mean, we could see, something like that happen, and Udyr could be, catch him if you can type deal, and so can Kane, just running through all the walls, and you can't really lock him down. You have one form of hard CC being that Nautilus hook. Otherwise, you have to bet on the Seraphine ult coming out, the root that she might have. There's not a lot of CC coming out for TD Phoenix, so it'll be interesting.
I mean, they do have more hard CC. The problem is, like, it's conditional. Like, for example, Seraphine's a power D. Yeah, it can root. I mean, yeah, you do have Dredgeline and Ultimate and the stun coming out from Nautilus. But you also keep in mind, like, if Udyr is able to get on, he does also have a stun himself. As long as he has his passive up, though. So it's more conditional for most of them. But also the same token on the side of Elegy, they really only have they have Gen W, but main CC out of Cassio and Rel, and Kane with a knockup if he decides to go Red Kane.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It took them a while to take the top off to really start fighting, but once they started, it was just never-ending objectives, and then 5-man wombo combos into everyone. So we'll see if this game still plays out the same too, or if TD Phoenix or LRG decide, hey, we're going to put the pressure on early and kind of go for some weird plays. Do you think we could see a 5-man invade by chance?
We could see from the side of TDP, but I don't think it's probably going to happen. I honestly don't think, like I said, we can, but I don't think they're going to have the damage to. I mean, he opted for the Seraphine early. I mean, yeah, you got the Udyr, you have a Caitlyn, but I just don't think you have the damage to finish somebody off.
Yeah, I can see the Mundo being a problem because, that passive, and who are you really going to take him down if he does get ahead? Now, if the same story happens and Mundo's up in this game, 100 CS, then I think maybe Riot has to rethink the way that Gwen works into Mundo.
I will say this, though. That was Pizza Pasta Man on the Mundo. Now he's
True.
under Green, and he was the one doing the Flame Horizon and the really good trading at top side. So we're gonna see maybe a pizza diff. Hey, you know what? That is a great segue into what I'm about to talk about.
Oh, let's hear it.
Because speaking of pizza deals, I just made it my mission to talk to the. We cast together Monday. But I had, we had Casita with me. I had Casita with me on Thursday casting. And I asked them, I just making my mission and I ask every different caster. How do they feel about, how do they like their pizza? Casita does like pineapples on pizza.
One person does, and it's a wrong thought process.
I mean, to be fair, I ate pineapples. I ate like a Hawaiian pizza last week. Extra cheese is pretty good with the Parmesan stuffed crust. And I said with the cheese stuffed crust. Just saying.
I don't think it's the route to go. I think there's better options for toppings for pizza.
think there's better options.
Way better options.
I mean, I can always hand you a salad on a pizza too. You go with that?
What?
Essentially a salad on a pizza.
Why would you have a salad on a pizza? That's just
Hey man, some people just want all the vegetables and no meat.
Jesus. I think they need to be shipped off to Australia. Everything there is trying to kill you. That's the way our prison system should be. Everyone just shipped off to Australia. It'll make it work.
Just have them work in the wildlands. That's crazy work.
Alligators, kangaroos, and snakes and spiders galore. Have fun.
At that point, just send them to Florida.
Yeah, but then they run into Florida Man and they gain some secret powers, and then all of a sudden we can't take him down.
I mean, where do you think Florida Man got it from?
Okay, maybe he was like the one and only one to survive, just the entirety of it. But I still would not want more Florida Man. Like one is enough.
So we're gonna send it. So we're gonna send it to the origin story instead, right?
Yeah, we'll slowly make the origin story of what happened to Florida Man. He met Renekton. Renekton taught him the ways of the crocodile, and since then he's been unstoppable.
Like what if they just go and we just ship them off to Australia and they just turn into the next Steve Irwin, bro? That's so violent.
They can't get off the island. That's the thing. We take away all the boats. They can't do anything. And if one of them becomes Aquaman and starts talking to fish, well, it was meant to be.
Yeah, man. So for the U.S. at that point, bro. They're ready to try to set up our demise right here. But guys, we're gonna go to a brief intermission. When we get back, we'll be hitting the rift. TD Phoenix versus Elegy. And by the way, we've been talking a lot. This intermission ain't gonna be long. We'll see you guys in a moment. Guys, we told you it was gonna be a brief intermission, and you didn't think it was gonna be that short. It's now we're hitting the real Elegy Esports versus TD Phoenix. I say it that way because Elegy now on blue, looking to change their fortune and try to take this game 2 and drag us to game 3. But on the other hand, TD Phoenix looking for this closeout win here to try to end week 5 on a good foot.
Yeah, just trying to press their advantage here, get nice in and out. They'll, have time for supper. Lunch is already over. Belly's full, but now they're hungry for a little something else other than food, other than pizza, other than pineapple, because we are not starting that here at all. Seraphine here towards the mid, not something that you see often. A really good, utility pick and can really do a lot of damage here. Shade grabbing a little bit of damage for free. Starting off his forms a little bit,
All
a little
right, when you
quicker.
say Shade cracking a little bit damage, I'm gonna crack a little damage on YouTube. Shade pineapple is not bad on pizza. I'm not gonna say it and go for it. Bad at all. It's extra on the pizza. It's like, wow.
Awful. Why would you do it? It's a sin. It's a cardinal sin.
Hey man, I'm already looked at like Darth Vader to a degree, so here we are. I'm just gonna turn to Palpatine just when somebody asks, do it. Do
Hey,
it.
Anakin was justified, all right? It was not his fault he turned to the dark side. That was the council's fault.
Hey, it might not have been his fault, but hey, he still did it. He still did it.
Girls. That's what it was. If Padme wasn't in the equation, he would have never fallen. Girls just
Man.
gumming up the works.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie though. I would have felt. I would have opted. Man, Jesus Christ. But speaking of woman to fall for, Sorrow just taking a lot of damage from now. Lower two being achieved by the side of Hamilcar. But granted, they're targeting two different people. But Freelance down to HP.
Yeah, two different targets, but both very effective here, about half health. And, Scro just did not have level 2 on that. Everyone else had level 2, but he's sitting there going, hey, I just want one more minion if we can hold off and wait. But now with the level 2 for every side, they can have a little bit more of a fair fight here. Cassiopeia just trying to go back and forth here, landing some really good aggression.
Yeah, well, Open playing way too close to the Seraphine. He just throw a Q and an E and just clear the wave and back. He opted to stand and play forward, but you gotta remember this ain't the Seraphine to pass. You can't outright do that, especially against Liar on his CLP. He will be aggressive on pick. All right, so guys, we're gonna be keeping up with this. Gonna be doing a CS counter on the side of lane because right now Pizza is ahead on this Gwen for CS and actually is trading fairly well. So maybe could be a pizza like pineapple on pizza, or maybe Magician gonna round his back.
If pizza loses, then yes, it's pineapple on pizza because that should always lose no matter what. Shade here going to be going through the wall. They do run up the Nautilus.
There's a flash, but unfortunately, Freelance tried to reactivate the W, but did it a little too late. As now Hamilcar and Crockpot, they are on the run. Night was you, what gonna expire, but both Hamilcar and Crockpot both low from that engagement.
Yeah, good engage and a good follow up here. Magician has to try to get out. There is the
Yeah,
stun
Ghost
lockdown.
being suspended by both Magician and Hoodie, and First
Oh,
Blood being, oh no, First Blood for the side of TD Phoenix, but it's gonna be a trade as Magician able to get the return kill thanks to the tower. The real homies out here, the real homies.
Tower with the assist, just put it in the hard work. Everyone talks about the champions, but never about the towers. They have to rebuild themselves between every game. They have to sit there and be vigilant the entire time and dependent on us. So, I think they're the real MVP here.
Hey, tower for president, bro.
Tower.
All right, but Pizza Pasta
Oh,
Mafia though. Granted, he's ahead of CS, but he's taking quite a bit of damage. But Magician fight him in a wave of pizzas, just literally just taking so much damage. Now Pizza Pasta Mafia gonna be looking to recall. Teleport is available, which shouldn't need to at all. Keep in mind, guys, this Gwen does have a knight, so the gravest one to be able to be afflicted, especially when you get level 6. It should be hell on earth for Magician come later.
yeah. Pizza having some massive cojones there, just being able to stand in the wave, understanding the damage that she's going to output as well as the minions, and really take advantage of that trade. Now, TPing back, opting in, but very healthy too here. So it's not far to believe that, at level 6 with Ignite, that there's an aggressive play here towards the top side.
All right, but aside from this top side, none much really happening on the rest of the map. I mean, Liar's trying to find the Seraphine, but Wolven learned from the first go round. Hey, don't step up too close and just clear the wave and just keep up a CS. But in this bot lane though, it's just going back and forth just a little bit, but mostly staying pretty even down there. Now, granted, his top side, it probably is his piece of dip because now he's looking to get 20 CS ahead, almost there too, and looking to slowly but surely keep building that up indeed.
Yeah, the wave's pushing into Zamundo, has to be careful here. A little bit of a trade of objectives here. Udyr grabbing up the first 3 of the Void Grubs. And looks like Dragon will be started here. Cassiopeia comes over to join the team. And Liar just wants to scale with that Cassiopeia here. Freelance moving up as well to really secure that Dragon. So a little bit of a handshake objectives here. nothing too crazy yet on the map.
I don't know. It's gonna be Inferno Drake over to the side of Elegy Esports as a traded objectives, but the gold is relatively like fairly close. I mean, about 400 difference. And now it's Elegy. They were looking for something, but it was too far away. It's Hamlet car. They took notice and they back.
Yeah, topside slowly slipping away here as we see the CS lead at 30, and Pizza is just having her way right now on that Gwen, and it is not looking pretty. But also, TD Things having a lot of control here towards that top side of the map. You see how many wards and just a line of vision here to keep Pizza safe and being able to play aggressive as she wants, as she's going to have full knowledge as soon as Kane even sniffs close to that top lane.
Well, while we're at this lull moment, hey man, tell me like what's you been watching some TV shows like you keep up with F1?
Which one?
You been watching some TV shows or do you keep up with F1 or
I
anything?
do not.
Because we got to pause.
I've
Nigga.
been busy gaming, lots of games on Steam.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about the last
I
Trick
have to
Simulator.
schedule things.
Oh my goodness. Well, aside from In the Trenches Simulator, what you been playing, bro?
Rocket League too. I've been pressing on that button quite a bit. I'm a thorough enjoyer of it.
Ah, you like soccer for cause.
I was such a Hot Wheels kid when I was younger and just pretending to fly them through the air, and now you get to do it for real, and you get some cool little music going out when you score a goal and you just feel like you're OP, and then all of a sudden you hit someone with real skill and they just dunk on you and you get reminded, oh yeah, I'm not good at all.
It be like that. It does be like that. Man. Man. Alrighty, we just had a
Hey,
little brief little moment there. Because of the pause, it had a little brief delay there for the spectator side. But now we're back. We're so back. And I tell you what else is back. Pizza building a massive CS lead, but now Dredge coming in the bot lane. Cropod looking to get that engaged, and he is going to get it free. But they shouldn't be able to finish him as Caitlyn goes wide with. But speaking of another engage, there is Pizza coming in on Magician, and Night was utilized. So is Master Mendoza. Udyr is going to finish the job as now they try to as he's forced to flash over the wall.
yeah, really good counter there. I Hoodman just waiting, and
Oh, we're back to another fight in the bot lane. It's now Elegy. They're trying to salvage what they were losing. And now Crockpot fairly low. And Knights are down. Crockpot almost dead. Freelance is now 80 carry. But Sorrow's on the lower side of HP. And now the fight's going to end. But almost lost plenty of lives. It's blinking life bars for 3 out of the 4.
yeah, Halmcar just not have enough for ace in the hole here for that Kalen ult. But, if they did stick around, I'm sure she'd be able to whop something out. Nautilus also staying just in case Jin did step up to try to do something silly there. Otherwise, the CS lead 6, so nothing too crazy. Jungle as well, pretty even. And towards the mid lane, Cassiopeia growing just a slight lead here over the Seraphine.
So, yeah.
We're not talking about top lane CS diff.
I mean, it's a pizza diff. I mean, at this point,
It's
it's not
pizza
really
diff.
much to talk about. We're just calling it a pizza diff at this moment.
Pizza
But
diff. Yep.
here's the thing, though. Here's my issue. We both said we didn't like Kanye. Name me one thing Kanye's did so far, aside from take a dragon.
I mean, in bot lane, there was a good aggressive early on for Caitlyn and Nautilus. I thought that possibly could have produced a double kill there early. So we saw that happen.
Yeah, but the man's gonna be like 80 years before he takes a form.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in a
it's
retirement home by the time Shade takes form in his cane.
I have
And
not
I'm
seen
only 27, ladies and gentlemen. I'm only 27. So that's a long.
I mean, the knees say he's 45, but the license might say a little differently here. Finally, Wolven's
All
got to
right.
be careful here. Rel engaging.
Gotta flash immediately over this wall, make sure it doesn't try to get picked off by Shade and Freelance. But speaking of trying to get picked off, Cropot trying to go in with the dredge line, but not gonna be able to get nothing out of it. It's Udyr and the rest of TD Phoenix gonna be looking to take the ace in the hole being utilized in the middle and mid. But like I said, just like the same story as last game, it's pretty early, so not really gonna do much damage. Just not just yet, at least.
Oh, Liar trying to get towards Seraphine, barely missing out the Wombo combo. It's still doing pretty good amounts of damage here early. Udyr, though, locked up for a hot second.
Oh, and now the curtains have opened, and now they're looking to try to find a kill onto. Is now Cropot blocking the shots, but here comes Magician, and now one falls, and now they're looking with his teammate in Hoodie, and there's gonna be another 3 kills over to the side of Elegy, and Gwen now enters the a big encore, gonna hit 3, but it does not matter. Double kill over to Shade on this cane.
What is going on, guys? You're like the ants. You're marching in one by one. It's either all as one or you leave them be if they're caught out. And that is a big swing here for them. Oh, Allergy
Oh,
just having
Magician,
the
what are you
door
doing?
open up for them. And Kanye 2-0-2 right now. So he produces one hit wonder there. He's starting off strong.
Magician almost being killed by that snip in that top side, walking up for something he didn't need to. But it's gonna be another plate over the Pizza Pasta Mafia. You're not gonna stop it, Magician. Just go ahead and kill the wave and recall. You could have recalled earlier. But luckily for him, Needlework only halfway off of cooldown. Because if Pizza had that, he was gonna die.
Yeah,
And now
Mundo, but
also take a look at the gold lead now. Gold is almost equal as little less than 100 over to the side of TDP. And another play finna go over to Pizza Pasta. He could have stopped that, man. If he just recalled earlier and went on and TP back instead of just sitting there messing around and almost getting killed for it.
yeah, I think where most of the money is here for TD Phoenix, I think it is on pizza. I would like to see how much total here. 5,000 for the total on
Oh,
pizza. The next
what?
one is, I mean, a little far away. Udyr's, tracking up there. Caitlyn on the next, and Seraphine about 1,000 behind. But oof, that's quite a bit of money.
And speaking of money, like I said, Udyr does have the Triforce completed along with the Kane with Eclipse already on the board. Mid lane is yet to complete that first item for either side, but both 80 carries having a collector. Trying to be able to finish off people is now they engage on the Hamlet car. Crash Down's gonna miss, but not the Gen W as Madness Flash not Hamlet car, sorry, a little bit on the run, but Cropot there to keep him safe. And now the curtains have open and they're still fighting this bot. Caitlyn almost dead, but they're out of the ult range. Is now Freelance trying to finish the job for him. But unfortunately, nobody's gonna fall.
Yeah, really good engage there by the bot side, knowing that they have a little bit of lead here with the 1-0-3 on the Jin as well, and just having that early power that he has with the 4 shots too. Good job by Freelance going in and really blowing Caitlyn's flash as well. I think that may have been a panic flash out there, but nonetheless, we'll take the summoner spill as it is, and the tower almost gone, but Pizza here 2v1.
Oh, can't have to use his ultimate. It's now Magician just getting ran through by that needle. But can Shay finish the
Oh,
job? And he won't shut down over two Pizza Pasta Mafia. Two down. And thank you for the bank transaction. You're live for gold. I would love to take that as Pizza now 2-0-1 and just constantly going up this goal lead. About to be one off for being 50 CS and 15 minutes into the game.
stop Pizza, they're kids. They're just kids. Let them have their moment in the sun. The Rift
Let them
Maker
have that moment in
really
the sun.
doing work.
Moment in the sun. Pizza saying ain't no moment in the sun. Just straight happy.
He,
Jesus Christ, Pizza man. Down. They have children.
yeah, he just took him to Pound Town and tickets for 2 express laned them straight through.
I gave him a buy one
Holy
get one
crap.
free.
Yeah, basically what happened here. Buy one pizza. Love it. Give me the good old Domino's or Pizza Hut coupon, whichever one you enjoy more here. Outside here.
Oh, sorry to interrupt, but Dreadzone coming in on the side. There's the engage.
Oh,
Sorrow's gonna finish. And he's gonna get a double kill. Sorrow 3-0-3, and with another bot and with another tower to add to the towers destroyed in this game. As now both teams are 1-for-1 on that.
yeah, Chin's gonna be super scary here, coming back with a very big buy. Meanwhile, towards the mid lane, we see a little bit more of a CS gap as well. Cassiopeia with the Blackfire Torch doing really good work here. And also on the opposite end, too, we see almost similar builds. Another Blackfire Torch and a tier as well for the Seraphine.
Man, this game, gold is still fairly close. As now speaking of fairly close, man, Hoodie freelance and getting close. Slowing his breath. His Hoodie's now on one, but there is Encore only finds one as the other was not. As two are dead, Mundo and the Rail are gone. No far of Elegy Esports, and now Riptail is going to be free for TD Phoenix.
Yeah, there's no contest there. Maybe try to get that dragon here. Set yourself up for number 3. But it looks like they are just rotating down towards dragon, so there will be no soul point here for Elegy, as I think TD Phoenix is going to take this dragon here shortly. Or maybe just drive Shelly straight in.
The curtains have been open, but gonna find the hits, but not a kill. Nowhere near killing somebody at that. But Shelly's gonna find the death. Unfortunately, RIP. Funeral for the homie.
Pour one out for him. Dragon spawning here, so another team fight in. Shane's freelance trying to go in, not finding one, taking a little bit of poke, but still has enough shield here where it's not going to take too much
Fam,
damage to TP.
not finding one is an understatement. It wasn't even close. There we go. TDP trying to find him on the river, but this dragon is halfway from being done. Now split apart. Crockpot is and does meet the lance of freelance. And there is the flash. Magnustorm finding 3 in the crowd. Win. Middle with the needlework, putting out so much damage. Is now so many low HP bars, and Team Phoenix are just running away.
They got the dragon. That's good. They put some right at soul point here for the next one, but Pizza's 5-3, and I don't think she's going to take too much shit from anyone after this pack and buy here. Already having, 2 great items. You have the Natural Suit, you have the Rift Maker. Haunting Guys is, pod out too. You're looking at a giant buy as she is sitting on, a little over 1,000 here for the gold, so could possibly complete an item here shortly. Towers being taken. You lost Dragon, but you won a really good team fight.
Yeah, they did lose Dragon, but keep in mind with that fight, TD Phoenix able to break open this game essentially. Now they have almost a 5K goal lead. I say almost because they're about 400 ish away, but still 405 ish away. But man, that play is definitely what they needed to be able to try to run away with the game. Especially like reminiscing of game 1 where it felt so close for so long. It did just one moment was the difference maker. And TD Phoenix just took over the game from there. Will it be the same story in this game too? Will Elegy actually be able to find a way back in?
Yeah, I think if TD Phoenix wins this game, they better be taking a pizza out to Pizza Hut or something, or a gift basket, a muffin basket, at least something here for
Yeah,
after
put some
the game.
pineapple on it.
We are not putting pineapple on it. Jesus freaking Christ.
Hey, yeah, we'll put
Do
some
anything but
pineapple.
that.
Hey, we'll put some pineapple, some tomatoes, mushrooms,
No.
spinach,
No, what?
black
No.
olives. No
Oh
meat,
my
no
God.
meat. Just
Jesus
straight
Christ.
veggies
I'll
and a
give
little
you
bit of
some meat
fruit.
if you don't watch out here.
Hey, yo, Bill Cosby, chill out.
Yeah, now we're talking. Ugh. Less than 3 minutes here for Soul Point Dragon if they opt into it here. Hamilcar going in a little bit possibly getting looked at here by Freelance if he does step up Crockpot on the side as well, just in case. And Kanye just roaming around, trying to look for something here. Gwen headed towards mid side. Seraphine and Cassiopeia still towards bot here, just kind of trading back and forth. DS lead, not too crazy yet. Still 30 difference here, so nothing crazy.
Speaking
But
of,
the Archangel
hold
staff
up,
was
hold up.
complete.
CS lead. Look at top, man.
Okay,
Pizza,
I'm not looking at top. I'm looking
pizza,
at
bro.
mid.
Like, come
We're
on.
looking. We know this. We know Pizza's gonna have the lead. All right, it's established at this point.
It's just a matter of how much time would it take Pizza to flame Horizon this game. That's the real question. That's the real question.
It, we could be here for 50 minutes, and I don't know if it's gonna be complete.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Risky back here in the middle of the lane. I think that's getting away with highway robbery when you are blindly backing in the middle there with two, and the team is not there to back you up. But they do it. They got away with it.
Hey, man. Sometimes you gotta have your balls in your hand. You gotta be able to show dominance. Maybe that's a way to establish a dominance since they can't really find the kills.
Just back where they can see him, be like, good luck
Yeah.
have fun. Pizza will be here on backup.
Alrighty. Well, now we're just pretty much at a low. I mean, Dragon's up in a minute and 9. Baron's up in another 3 minutes. So not really much to fight for here. Unless the side of TD Phoenix, they want to try to find picks. They do have the knowledge. And Autocon is still on the board. This is not Verosh. It's still going to be ruinous. So none but blood petals. So is it really worth it? Probably not. Probably a Betocon in this game.
Yeah, I think you take it after a team fight here, but they have to get to Dragon. TD Phoenix has to get some good ward coverage down here. Because if they do lose the fight, that is Soul Point, and that does really open up the game here, especially with Jin still 4, 1, and 3, and still looking very well. Cassiopeia is still scaling up as best as she can here. So they have to be careful not to give this one away.
All right. Well, Dragon up at 15. And now look at the side of TDP. They are already on this river. Ready to go. Keep in mind, both top laners do have. They can come into this fight anytime. No, not really any deep wars from either side. Granted, TDP does have one in the bush by the entrance. There is the ghost. Now Freelance is going to be engaged by both is now Shade in a terrible spot. Curtains have been open and they're trying to play some music with these shots, but only going to land one shot. Is now the side of Elegy. They're going to be forced off this river. I mean, Freelance is fairly low, so they're going to give away this dragon.
Yeah, Kane was towards the bot side just in case there was a steal attempt. Opts not to go in, and that is just their first dragon, so there's no need to really go super hard on this one here. Rotating here towards top side, they could look out of con even for a second fight. A lot of TPs being used here, both Mundo and Gwen not able to join the fight here as they go towards bot.
Yeah, I just need more action in my life. Come on, bring the action. I want to see what Pizza can do more.
Bring the
But
action.
I mean, both teams not really getting much stuff for like when dragons are up. But outside of that, we see Elegy trying to take this mid tower. But keep in mind, here comes Crockpot. Look for the dredge line. He gonna miss, unfortunately, though.
Good trade there by the Seraphine Archangels finish, as well as the staff Lucidity boots here as well. So we'll wait to see what happens next time. But a root up here by Kalen Hamilcar getting ignited. Gonna have to flash away for that one.
Definitely is. Now, outside of that one play, I mean, Shade. I might be a D1 hater right now. I just might be a D1 hater, but am I alone in feeling like doing
I'm also just
on this
not a
game?
fan of Kane. I'm not a fan of Kane. It's
Like
just
I like Kane, but it just feel like Kanye ain't doing much here. Like
the meta
this ain't Kanye West. This is Kanye South.
Conway Stern. Like it is just not it's not the Kane show. And in solo queue, by all means, you can blow through everything. But now when you're in the team environment, you gotta, maybe adjust the champ pools a little bit here or find some sneaky way to really get towards the backside and really look for Caitlyn or Seraphine out alone. But it's going to be very difficult in order for that to happen.
Well, this game really just slowing down a lot. Not really much happening. So you know what? I'm gonna ask another question then. Hey, so this is either gonna end up in a Gitano crash out or something. But before I say
Let's
that,
hear it.
Shade is just preemptively just getting his ass kicked by Baron. He just was hitting on it for no reason. And there's a crash down. They're gonna find probably half HP, but here Tom
Oh,
Duty and Magnet Storm's gonna keep Hoodie kill. Guess what? Support for support as Rail goes.
and
Yeah, I don't know what I
Bear,
was looking at with Shade just randomly hitting Baron. I was like, okay.
yeah, Baron's up now, and they are starting this off here. TD Phoenix wanting to take this quickly as they feel they have an opportunity. Gwen has to come over as well. Kane trying to get through there. TP being used here as well as the curtain call opening up.
All right, but Pizza just taking that is destroying Sorrow's HP bar. Is now the Jin is gonna live, but Gwen's gonna die.
And Baron was taken too. So a good sacrifice here by Pizza, full well knowing you're probably going into the mouth of the beast, but the rest of your team is going to get rewarded here for it. So, something to be said about that trade. Worth, as long as you put it in all chat, it can be worth.
I mean, I guess definitely, but now with Dragon coming back onto the board within a minute and 6, expect a big fight here, especially now that, especially with Elegy being on Soul Point, you don't want to give a. I don't even give a Mundo a Mountain Soul of all things.
No.
Teleport coming out. Here comes the Mundo. Keep in mind, Cassio does not have one herself. Shade's almost dead. Shade died. But I guess I thought it was over. We're so bad. Position is just doing so much damage on this Mundo, but he's not going to be able to bring what else is coming to him. As now Magician goes down. Chases as the Death Charge. 2. Freelance. Gonna die too. Shade is still fighting. Is he fighting Pizza on the side? But should just walk away. Oh, never mind. He's going for the dive. Pizza is going to finish off Shade. But will he continue to fight? Out to just walk away from? And Jesus Christ, he's got fights everywhere. His Liar and Wu been fighting in the top side too.
Yeah, everyone just being a little aggressive here. We got 3 dead here for the side of Allergy, so they have to be careful. And I think they just have to get this dragon. This is number 2 for them, so there's still not a play that has to be made here. Wolven trying to push this here with the Baron buff yet on them. It's got to be falling off here very quickly as it's about 2/3 gone.
Yep, but they're going to get this mid tier 2 tower and the Drake. Yeah, to split people apart accordingly. Seraphine still split pushing this top side. They're going to send Magician to address the wave state up there.
And kind of a big back and buy here for the side of TD Phoenix. No objectives on the board as both were just taken not too long ago. So now they have to figure out what they want to do. They want to start bush camping a certain one again, or if they're going to start pushing down a certain lane as 5 and try to pick out someone and get a fight.
Well, Gitano. Any exciting hobbies or things you're getting into as late?
I've been lasering a whole bunch of stuff with my side business. So that's,
Oh, nice.
yeah, a whole bunch of tumblers and keychains. Even did a dog tag. So, oh, here's
Well,
Dread Slide.
yep, the Dreadline is gonna find Freelance. Freelance is gonna be almost dead. Should be falling here. Ace and Hold comes out, but just and it make him want to back off. It's now killing spree over to Hoodie Man on his Udyr. Is auto by the side of
Yeah, Otacon going down very quickly, getting burnt down.
this game
And
is pretty much TD Phoenix to lose.
yeah, giving up a lot of early dragons, but really making up for it here on the back 9.
Especially just stacking those mountain drakes too, man. That's the same value if they ever to get sold.
Yeah, Soul Point coming up in less than 3 minutes, 2 minutes on the Baron side yet. They're just letting Pizza keep on split pushing here. 6-1 and 4, 2-7 or 280 for the CS to 200 even here for the Muno. So quite a lead, kind of going back to back on these games here, creating a very good top cannon is what you'd see here in solo queue after these games.
Man, I just want more action. That's all I want is more action.
It'll happen. Give it 2 minutes and we're gonna see something crazy happen.
Because of Drake. Well, there's the chase. Hoodie's going for good old magician in this top side. Shade's gonna be coming up there to help him, but
Oh
Shade's
my
not there
god.
because the shred for Hoodie. Magician had to blow maximum doses. Still alive. Hoodie's off. Damn that damage.
Yeah, Hoodie fucking popping off there and just really doing mass amounts, not really carrying and throwing caution to the wind for that spot here. Drag coming up in less than 2 minutes, Baron less than a minute. TD Phoenix has a really good coverage here of wards too for the entrance of the Baron side, so they're not gonna. No one's gonna be able to start that without their knowledge.
And what a little fight there in that top side.
Nautilus here looking to back, does pick up the Bramble Vest, trying to get a little more anti-heal just in case the Mundo or Kane come in. I'm guessing the Cassiopeia too has a little bit of healing factor on her here as well. Jin 5, 1, and 4 doing a really good job picking up 4 items here basically for the Jin, looking for the 5th. So he's going to be really hurting with that crit 4th shot here, but a little bit of a death bush whack as they know vision is clear and they are looking to get in there.
Boy, they
Here's the
went
fight.
hunting. They went hunting, and it's rabbit seed as down, and they continue to chase. Now onto Sorrow, and Sorrow should be next on the chopping block. Double kill over to Hoodie.
Yeah, I think this is all over but the crying. Good move of just standing there waiting. The blue ward did not spot anyone out in the bush, so they just had to wait for someone to go and check it or try to get it. Unfortunately, it's always the support. You need to have the buddy system while you're trying to get vision for your team and end up paying the price for it. An easy Baron going over. Dragon coming up here in less than 20 seconds. They have plenty of time to rotate over, take that, push it mid, and just end the game.
All right, well, Dragon coming back onto the board. Another 9. I, as I'm just watching this game go on more and more. Like this is just a straight belt ass. Like,
Dragon getting started here. Kanye
like,
not even going in there.
and you know the funny part I said about not doing anything. I've been throwing shade at shade. Is the flash gonna be expended by Freelance? Try to dodge encore, but Freelance again. This man is 1-7. He's just getting picked for days. And now Casio finally in the fight as Petrifying Gaze finds 2. But at this point, it doesn't matter. TDP are so far ahead that they just don't care. Croppot might go down to Shade as he's still fighting on the side. Hamlet, Shade, and not Shade. Jin's gonna find himself a kill. But look at Pizza just push into the base of Elegy Esports. And he's should be able to take more towers.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of give and take. This time, Cassiopeia joining the fight. I have not
Oh,
seen that
sorry to
before.
interrupt you, but Sorrow, bro, what are you doing, man?
He's stepping up.
But you step up and wanted to fight with that low of HP. Another kill over to Hamilcar.
Yeah, Caitlyn at this point here is going to crit shot you straight down. Gwen not being there, so Pizza having to split push, grabbing the tower, grabbing the inhib, and opening up this game even more for them here as more split pushing going on. Udyr towards the bot side.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Bear
I'm
minions
sorry.
still just whapping at him.
I'm sorry. We got an important development here. We got an important development.
Mm-hmm.
We almost have the Flame Horizon. It is on the board. Just get 6 more CS pizza. 6 more. And you have 2 games back to back of Flame Horizon. 2.
Ugh, gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Oh my goodness, man. Well, Pizza's looking to do it. I mean, she's heading down to this bot lane.
I
I'll tell you,
don't.
it's Pizza Diff.
Pizza's not gonna stop. I think they could send 2 to maybe even 3 for her, and she's still gonna be spamming the laughing emote while they're trying to grab her.
But the problem is that Magician did get some more CS, so hopefully TD Phoenix just lets her get the diff. But there's the Magnet Storm, gonna find 3. Hamlet look like he's gonna fall, but it's gonna be blocked. Crockpots might fall instead, but the shield's keeping him alive for the moment. But Kane's finally gonna find the kill. But Pizza just gets to the back line and is having to field out his needlework. But now he like he was gonna go down for a moment, but Wolven just helped keeping him alive. Double kill, make it a. I just want to see Pizza get the and please, Pizza just get the Flame Horizon. You're almost there. You're almost there. 4 more. Make it 3, 2. Come on, Pizza. Give me some more. 1, 1. Let's go, Flame Horizon. We got it. Right before the game's in too. That's what I'm talking. Game 2 won by TD Phoenix to close out this series with 2 back-to-back.
What a game. What a game. Pizza Diff. At I think that could have been the name of the game right there. Just Pizza Diff.
Speaking of Pizza Dip, 37.6k damage done on this Gwen 9 and Pizza showing Magician how it's done when you play Gwen into Mundo.
Disgusting. Just says anything you can do, I can do better, and then backs it up with that performance.
And look at the slap. It's just like exquisite. I mean, just gentleman slap. Just took the glove off and just said "Pow" right to the face. Like, hey, I'm better.
Oh, the good old days where that's what would happen if someone insulted you. Just you would challenge them to a duel.
How dare you slap? Oh my goodness, you talking about old Wild Wild West day?
Yes.
We put revolvers to chest.
I think it would have been great to be back in that day, like to witness it. But then again, too, you mess with someone and all of a sudden you get dueled and at 10-step pace, and there you go. They pop off and you die. And you're like, wow, that was fun.
Yep, we talking about popping off and dying, man. Pizza popped off and Magician died for her. Magician 1-6 on his Mundo. Just got straight up. Ain't no way to put it. Diffed, destroyed,
Uh,
obliterated,
Cannon.
non-existent.
That was just that was a gap. I can't finish who it's like, but yeah, I think we all know where I'm going with that gap.
Yeah, well, that's gonna close out this series for the day. And I'm gonna see if we can get a player. Just maybe.
Maybe pizza? Maybe?
I'm gonna see. All right, he's down. Let the kidnapping commence. Let's go. Hey man, all right. Welcome to the production booth, pizza man. I'm a loss for words, bro. I just watched 2 games back of somebody's son or daughter getting flame horror for the world to see, and just getting straight belty ass like that. That's somebody's child, bro. Like that's somebody's child.
Yeah,
Like
I mean, sometimes you gotta do it to him.
like
Kids
Jesus
misbehave
Christ.
and you gotta put them in their place, you know?
I mean, I picked the Mundo. I said beat it, and he's picked Gwen, and I said okay.
Bro, like how do you feel just in general from this series? Like
Uh, I, I feel pretty good. I think most of our game plan is it's like let Hoodie run around, do Hoodie things. Pretty early, I was like, I think I'm gonna be good top. Feel free to focus the rest of the map, and then they kind of won while I still pushed. So it was all good.
Man, just straight up, just out the slapping up and magician this time. Like you was showing on how he's disappearing.
It's all good though. It's his first week. I'm sure he'll grow. You know, comps a different beast than solo queue, so I'm sure he'll bounce back for sure.
Man. But the Flame Horizon 2 games back to back. Like, tell us, like, were you actually like paying attention to that at all? Like, were you just trying to
uh,
Flame Horizon?
yeah, game two towards the end they were calling it. We were like looking at him like, oh shit, I actually like five CS away as we were ending. I'm like, well, let me just farm this wave real quick and make sure to lock it up. But yeah, besides that, I just I feel like I play for waves, and if I get my waves, I'm back. I'm happy, and that kind of just generally leads to CS leads over the course of the game.
Yeah, see, you guys, he has for this week had a different mid laner coming in for Lucifer and this
Yeah,
game
yeah,
this
yeah.
series.
Yeah, let me shout out Wilvin. Thanks for stepping up. Played two really clean games. Helped us secure the 2-0 dub. And shout out Lucifer as well, supporting us, throughout the week with practice and chat. So, I feel like we're a pretty good team from top to bottom with the subs.
I mean, y'all looking like a pretty good team. That type of belt to ass, you can't really just deny it. Jeez, that was a murder. Well, at least after like the first 22 minutes, then became like a slaughter.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like when I'm, 10 to 15 minutes out of laning phase and I see him up with, 20, 30 CS, I'm pretty confident even in a bad matchup, I can still just, gold to diff the other player. So even if I'm, not actually favored, I just have so much gold, it doesn't matter. Which is kind of what happened in game one.
All right, so Pizza, we got a random question for you. All right,
Yeah,
well,
go for it.
more on me. All right, so your name is Pizza Pop, right? So let's talk
Yes, sir.
about some pizza real quick. Pineapples
Elegy.
on or off?
Oh no, oh no. Far away from my
That's
pizza.
my boy.
Please,
Get him
please,
out of there.
please. No, I'm
Uh,
actually I'm an Italian citizen, and I'm pretty confident that if I ever did that, they would revoke my passport.
That's honestly what would happen. They would throw
They would
hands.
hunt me down. They would hunt me down and say, no, you're never coming back.
The
Stay in the US.
Italian mafia would just drudge line them out.
I mean, as they should. Respectable.
Yeah. No pineapple and pizza. There you go. From pizza himself.
Yeah,
Eat
sorry
it.
guys, can't do it. Can't do it.
10 out of 10.
all right, Sana, you got some questions for him?
Yeah, game one, you guys, it was kind of like a back and forth sense, but then as soon as the J for Ori combo hit out, was that something that you guys planned for draft right away, or did it just kind of take
Um,
shape and form during?
it kind of lined up. I know Hoodie likes a J4. Wolven, we were trying to give him something comfort because he's subbing in short notice. So he said he's fine with Ori, and we said yeah, we can lock J4 Ori. We're happy to. It's all something we've gotten kind of dumpstered by it in scrims before. So we're like, you know what? Let's actually do the wombo this time instead of just getting womboed. So yeah, it
Yep.
worked out. I was pretty happy with it.
Game two, a little bit of a different look. You guys didn't run back the J for Ori combo. Was this more of just a hey, we're gonna have a little bit more fun with this comp, or kind of play comfort, or what was the style going in?
Yeah, we kind of thought about it, and we wanted a little more pure front to back and less, I think, just like engage wombo. So we kind of opted for the safer supportive mid and just power farm into just become a like, raid boss jungler. And I was pretty happy to get the Gwen into Mundo because I definitely prefer that set of matchup than the Mundo into Gwen.
Yeah, a little bit of a difference there, but well, at the same also, the same result happened. So different players, same result. I enjoy seeing it. The fact that you can go into the counter and still come out ahead, and then play as the Gwen and say, "Okay, let me show you how it's really done." So it was a really good, fun matchup to watch.
Yeah, we were having fun with it in chat because we were pretty sure they would lock the Mundo B1, and I basically said if they do that, just give me Gwen and it'll be fine.
Yeah, it worked out really well for you guys. So
Yeah,
congratulations.
Hey, I just want to
yeah,
say
thank you.
shout. Hey, I just want to say shout out to Wolven, man. That
Yeah, I
those shockwaves in game one had me on my feet, just giving. And I had to
absolutely.
give this round of applause. I mean, 5-man shockwave, like multiple 4-mans. That was good. But you got any shout outs you want to do, man?
I think shout out to Humble, our coach, for helping us come in and clean up our drafts, make sure our comms are clean, and Pablo as well. He's a big fan of the cleaning up the comms. He always yells at me for that. And yeah, shout out to everyone for walking in. I know it's a weird time of day to play, but got the Saturday afternoon and got it done.
Definitely was a weird time. Made us have a special edition of the stream, essentially.
Yeah,
No, I'm messing with you.
thank you guys for filling in and casting at the weird time. Super great.
No problem. It was fun to watch. You just Bill Cosby some kids.
Not my words.
Oh my goodness.
Let it be said.
Hey, Piece of Pills Mafia. That's a new name right there. But on the other hand, guys, thank you for tuning in for the stream. TD Fans taking the 2-0 against Elegy Esports. Well, stay tuned as schedule will be, coming out fairly soon. I'll say like probably another couple of days. I won't expect it too soon as more teams are locking in their time and dates to execute their games for week 6 for IBSG and also week 3, I believe, for Plat League. And then we also have the Emerald starting up this following week. So we got a lot of action coming to the screen for you guys. But until then, let's see you guys later. And keep in mind, stay tuned. Like I said, you never know. And your favorite team might be playing, especially. See you guys next time.
Thank you, casters. GT's Elegy. See you guys next week.
Appreciate it.